Hello, everybody. Happy Sunday, September the 10th, 2023. Some of these books are that I'm about to show I picked up at the comic shop at the LCS last week. I believe New Comic Book Day was 9/7, 9/6, something like that. Anyway, some of these books, though, are my comic shop order deliveries, which these three are. This is from Coffin Comics, and I buy some Coffin Comic stuff. I like buying Lady Death and Hell Witch, stuff like that. Always seems to have a following. People like this stuff, so if something's popular and people in the future buy it, type of stuff, I like buying stuff that has a following. So I bought 2 copies of this, and I bought another copy of Amazing Spider-Man 31, the Black Cat variant. These are all pre-orders, by the way. Those 3 books right there. Get into some of the stuff I picked up at the LCS. Actually, let's do pre-orders first. Yeah. Some of the stuff that I got also pre-ordered from mycomicshop.com. These 2 books. I got another copy of Amazing Spider-Man 300, the facsimile. And I also picked up a foil facsimile. I wish I would have picked up the foil facsimile of Wolverine Incredible Hulk 181. I didn't get that one for some reason. And I also, for some reason, picked up 2 copies, pre-ordered, 2 copies of Miss Marvel, the New Mutant. So I've got 3 of that now. I don't know, hopefully something significant pops up with that book. I've got 3 copies of it. I bought this, which is something I never would normally buy, but I seen it and I saw that it was a reveal cover, so I figured it might be something. It's Mighty Morphin Power Rangers number 111, the reveal variant. I pre-ordered another copy of Grimm Fairy Tales 75. It's kind of along the same line as the Coffin Comics stuff. Grimm Fairy Tales just seems to have a following. So, and I always like the covers, so why not? And I pre-ordered 2 copies of this Ash Can from Boom Studios. It's Rom V writing Rare Flavors. It's an ash can, so I figured why not? It's cheap, couple bucks. So why not? I picked up two copies of that. Okay, so now let's move on to books that I picked up at the LCS. And as I've stated, it has been a really soft summer for comics, so I didn't really pick up a whole lot. One thing I did pick up that I saw that this is awesome. I really like this. This is the Batman Day foil 608 variant. The second printing 608. That is the foil variant that came out for Batman Day. I really like that. That's an awesome cover. I used to actually have the second printing of 608. I sold it years ago, probably 15 years ago I sold it. Picked up Magneto number 2. Picked up Heat Seeker, a Gun Honey series number 3. I like all this Gun Honey stuff. Picked up Amazing Spider-Man 33, and I really liked this. Pretty dark. Spider-Man basically got okay, the thing is, Craven is doing some ceremony with Queen Goblin, and the sins that she had were kind of put onto a spear of some sort. You'd have to read it. That's a really loose interpretation. And then that spear was meant for Norman Osborn to stab him with it and give him the sins back or whatever. And instead, Spider-Man got stabbed with it. And he's turned really dark, and he's hunting Kraven throughout this whole issue. And it's really dark, and it's really cool. I really liked it. Picked up Doctor Strange, number 7. I've been buying that one all the way through. Same with Black Panther, number 4. I've actually kind of liked this series. I've only read the first couple issues. I need to read the next couple. But I liked issues 1 and 2. I really did. Okay, I picked up Batman 137. It seems like Batman's been on hiatus for quite some time. But I picked that one up. And I need to catch up. I need to read 136 and 137. And this is part 2 of the Gotham War. And yeah, I need to catch up on that. And finally, I picked up 2 copies of Ghost Rider Wolverine Weapons of Vengeance. Just because it sounds cool. And I like both Ghost Rider. I like Wolverine. So I picked up 2 copies of that. Okay. Let's clear some of this stuff off a little bit. Right. Now, there are a few books coming up coming up week that I think are worth noting that I'm looking forward to picking up anyway. And really, there's no independents that really caught my eye. So I'm not really looking at any independents or anything from Image or nothing like that. It all seems to be DC and Marvel coming up. DC, the one book from them that I'm looking at this week is Batman and Robin number 1. So I think it is going to debut a new villain in that book. And this was Batman and Damian as Batman and Robin, of course. You know, Bruce Wayne and Damian. But looking forward to reading that dynamic. I think that'll be pretty good. And it's debuting a new character, so sure, absolutely. I'll pick up probably 3 of that. Okay. Next book. That's it from DC. The rest is all Marvel. The first one I got on the list is Star Wars Obi-Wan, and this is kind of a meh buy. You know, it is an adaptation of the terrible Obi-Wan TV show that was on Disney Plus, and it was terrible. And the only thing that's noteworthy of this, if you want to call it noteworthy, it is the comic appearance of Reva, the first comic appearance of that terrible character Reva. So I am going to buy it for that, but the show was terrible and the character was terrible, so take that one for what it is, you know, for what it's worth. The next one is just a one-shot called Werewolf by Night, and it features Elsa Bloodstone, and I like the Bloodstone clan, so I'm going to pick that one up. Next is Ghost Rider number 18, and I've really liked this run. It's one of my favorite reads in comics. And this one is supposedly going to kind of explore into Talia's character and more about her past type stuff. So I'm really looking forward to that. I really, really like the dynamic between Johnny and Talia. They are my favorite Marvel thing going right now, really. Next is Incredible Hulk number 4. And this is slowly creeping up to be one of my favorite things in Marvel. The Incredible Hulk series right now is excellent. And number 4 is coming out, and it's featuring Swamp Thing. And the interesting thing about this one is it says a swamp seductress lures the green giant or whatever into the swamp, you know. So who is this seductress of the swamp, you know? So that could be a brand new character. So that one I'm looking forward to. I'm going to buy at least 1 copy of that. I'll probably buy 2 or 3. because it sounds like it might be hinting towards a new character. Besides, who cares? It's a great series anyway. Nothing wrong with buying multiple copies of that. And finally is Miles Morales Spider-Man, which is featuring the first appearance of the character Hightail, which is another character kind of fleshing out Miles's world. So this is another big issue in my book, because Miles needs his own stuff, and he's getting a lot of his own stuff introduced. So I think this is going to be a big issue. This Hightail is a speed character, so I don't know, it's just another character in Miles's world. So I will definitely buy in on that book. So those are the comics that I'm looking forward to this new comic book day. And that's going to do it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching. And yeah, have fun next week at your comic shops and picking up your comics and all that. And yeah, we'll see you on the next video. Bye for now.